Yes, please tell me about yourself.
Yeah, my name is Muhammad Ahmad Khan. Overall, I could be having a 5.4 years of experience. Relevant is 5 years. 3.5 is Spring Boot, Microservices, Java 8, Core Java, 1.5 React JS, coming with the rules and responsibilities. 3.5 years I have been working in a microservice architecture. In microservice architecture, we have been used the API, Gateway, Eureka, client, thin client, high stick, Spring security. Sometimes we have been used Okta also. For every microservices, we have been created three different layers over there, like service layer, DAO layer, controller. In controller, we create the endpoints over there. In service layer, we develop the REST APIs, and DAO layer will access Spring data GPA to use of CRUD operations. And for every all endpoints, we write a JUnit test case by using of Mockito. Coming, we have been working in a contributed in AWS EC2 instance over there. In EC2, we have been taken the Linux and we have been taken the CI/CD pipeline. In CI side, we have been taken Jenkins, SonarCube, and Docker agent, and CD side, we have been taken Algo with updater, Algo CD, Algo CD, Kubernetes cluster. Coming to the React, we have been created so many components over there for building that project. We have been used that from data passing to parent and we have been used books to manage the data. We have been used that bootstrap over there and we do the pages over there and we will take that response to the files or requirements over there. And we have been working in agile methodology. In agile methodology, we become the user tools and we start developing some tools.
Okay, okay, that's sufficient. So currently you are working in which organization?
Info dot systems.
Okay. So you know about Java 8
Yeah,
and design pattern.
yeah, yeah.
So you know singleton design pattern.
Front end.
Singleton design pattern.
Yeah, yeah.
So what is principle of working process of singleton design pattern?
Yeah. So singleton design pattern, it should be having a only you have to create that constructor private over there and you create that methods over there private over there. So whenever its requirement is having a same requirement over there, so you know you have to pass that object over there. So
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to create two more any more that new objects over there.
Mm-hmm. Suppose singleton object I want to utilize in multiplexes, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So suppose I want to clone it.
Okay.
So how do you clone to singleton object?
Clonable. For clonable part, we have been used that prototype design pattern over there.
That is the spring part. I'm just asking only core part because of in spring have scope type variable you can define as a prototype or by default have singleton. So there side no have problem because of that utility is having right now. But suppose I will tell you you can make on uh, concept by using the clone. So how do you cloning? Because of singleton class have some advantage, some disadvantage, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
yeah.
so it should be not having a thread step over there.
Okay.
So that's the minor issue over there.
Hmm.
So in that scenario, we'll be doing that double check locking over there.
So what is objective of factory design pattern? Why
Uh,
needed?
so factory design pattern. So we have been designed that design pattern. So
Hmm.
whatever the logically, whatever the code we have been written in that we have been written that factory design pattern.
Hmm.
So we will be hide that configuration over there. So whenever the user will be asking, so every time he will be getting that object, but that configuration part will be hide code.
Okay. So now just moving in another question to you regarding core Java. You know JDK, JRE, JVM.
JRE, yeah,
So what is difference between JDK, JRE, JVM?
yeah, sure. So JDK, it should be a something Java. the Java people, they have been developed some kind of a library over there. So
Mm-hmm.
in that library, so whenever if you want to develop any kind of a code or any kind of application, so they
Mm-hmm.
provided JDK over there. So you write that notepad code and you will be compiled by using of JDK trigger over there. It's kind of a libraries over there.
Mm-hmm.
So JVM is nothing to but is a virtual machine over there, Java virtual machine.
Mm-hmm.
So 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 whatever the code you have been compiled, the JVM will taking the part over there, and it will be see and it will be checked out and it will be line by line compile and it will be giving the result over
So JRE, what is use of JRE?
there. Java runtime environment over there.
Mm-hmm.
It's providing environment to write code over there.
Okay. You know JIT, JIT?
JIT,
Mm.
yeah, yeah, I know. So it should be, yeah, it should be a compiler that should, whenever whatever the code you have been written over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it will be compile and line by line. I think it will be uh, line by line coding. I think that one.
Can you give the example?
Suppose you have been written that 10 lines of a program over there. They will be having an interpreter also. So once it will be going to compile, first it will be checking the total lines. So
No,
JIT,
actually, example means should be realistic. Just suppose you have Eclipse, IntelliJ, you are writing anything wrong at the same time, it is giving you red line means compile. So I think here is what the gist.
uh, uh,
I think you are doing right, but every day you writing code in that time compiler deduct whatever you doing right. Suppose if you writing some wrong syntax,
yeah,
signatures, so
yeah.
they will deduct automatically. You forget any variable type defining and just you return suppose a is equal to parse in something, so he will ask you, you place put the type of a whatever is integer or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So you know about uh, suppose someone is telling you like that, you know the hash code and equals method. So
Yeah, yeah.
what is important importance of this hash code and equals method?
Hash code. So in Java, so whatever the objects it will be declared over there for every hash, every object is having a different hash code over there.
Mm-hmm.
So every object is different. Whenever you create an object, that hash code will be different. So when the dot equals will be coming to the picture, if the two hash code will be same, then only the dot equals should be work. If it's not same, then it will be not going to work. That equals.
Okay, suppose I am just coming into the map. Okay, hash map.
Okay.
So suppose you have any employee class as a bean class. Okay, here
Okay.
have a name age. For example, two variable is there. We have put a getter and setter, everything we have right. Okay. So I want to place in hash code. Just I added the value in list as a hash a duplicate lot of duplicate element I have added in list by using the uh, employee class. Okay.
Okay.
So suppose you can use either set value or you can use by constructor also. New constructor you have put the name and age. So here suppose 5 value we have put it as a duplicate. Okay. Total record I have 10. Okay.
Total.
Total 10 record I have added in list. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Of the employee class in
Okay.
list. and thereafter I am iterating list, and I want to add in hash map as a key dot get name, okay, employee dot get name value, employee dot get age, okay. So here also I am putting all 10 value,
Okay.
including with 5 duplicate.
Okay.
So suppose I am just printing the hash code value. So what, how many record will show here?
Hash. So you should be taking that over there hash map, na?
Yeah.
So hash map, it should be the keys will be not in duplicate. The duplicate should be not going to allow over there, and it will be values duplicate should be allow over there. So
Duplicate could
which
be allowed here, right?
values it should allow duplicates.
And key,
Key it should not allow
why?
because the data structure it should be designed like that. So keys
No,
should be
but your employee table not have, employee class not have implemented hash code in pulse method. So how do not allowed? You got my point? Because of,
your
because
background is yeah.
because of you have hash code only calculate only the key as a string, key as a value as a string or integer, whatever you have defined, okay.
Okay.
But my hash map is have costing just as a employee,
Okay.
okay. So suppose employee, uh, I want to add value, okay, you are right, but I am just that code will be just I am moving some other way, okay. I am creating hash map, here I am putting as a employee, and value I am taking as a int, okay.
Okay.
So now hash map dot put key as a employee 1, employee 2, employee 3, and value 1, 2, 3, 4. Means here I am taking around 10 record, okay, employee object.
Okay.
So 10 employee object I am taking as a key, okay,
Okay.
and a record have 5 duplicate, okay.
Okay.
So in that scenario, so all means employee 1 have, employee 2 have, just you can create a constructor employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. Here we have some 5 record we are putting as a duplicate, okay. New constructor name, for example A1, A2, A3, A4 means dot dot 10, E10, okay, and E6 have B 6, and employee 7 have C 8, dot dot C D E F means total 5 record have duplicate and 5 record have unique, okay. So that E1, E2, E3 I have added in as a key in hash map, and value have unique, not a problem. So in that scenario what will happen? It will print only 5 record, or it will print the whole 10 record of the employee object.
It will print, I think, 10 records over there.
Why?
Why? Because here the key is not duplicated over there. So every 10 record you have been
Okay.
you
Okay, suppose I want to break down this 5 record, duplicate record I want to break down in hash map. So what you do the logic?
want to break down. So you should do. You should take characters over there, and by use that for loop and first for loop and another for loop you have to use, and you will be check it over there. If two
No,
for
no,
loops,
no, 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 no. This is not a valid way. You just go entire the employee, okay, and implement hash code and equals method. That's
oh,
it. Then
oh,
you can hold all 5 duplicate records. Because
yeah,
of hash code and equals method will identify the record of duplicate, then he will allow to you.
okay.
So another question, serialization. What is serialization?
Serialization is to be that thing over there. So whenever you haven't written that code over there, so I want to pass that object in network platform or any kind of a platform. So in that scenario, we will make that byte stream over there.
Mm-hmm.
So we should make that byte stream and we will transfer that object. So whichever the platform you should to transfer, you have to transfer over there. There again, he will be deserialized and he will be used that object.
Okay. Suppose I want to use hash map in multi-threaded environment. So how do you use?
Hash map multi-threading environment.
Hmm.
Okay, you have to make that hash map dot synchronize, or you go from that hash table and component hash map. These things you have to use, so it will be
No, but hash table is completely synchronized.
yeah
And
concurrent hash map.
just I give the one project scenario to you regarding that. For example, you have uh, hash map. Okay.
Okay,
So that hash map, your that object you have globally defined in class. Okay. Somewhere you want to use, somewhere you don't want to use, how to not use. And some cases, one cases I am writing for thread set. Suppose we want to write a one method and I want to synchronize, use the synchronization, or use can be as an initializer or method based, whatever we can use. Anyway we can use. So in that scenario, hash map, and hash map one condition also have, but hash map can be used in other way, other not have thread, multi-threaded environment, just as a normal behavior I am using. Suppose you are writing the code and something, but one behavior as a come, the project requirement is that only you write one method for the synchronization, because of that is have a requirement, because of we want to hold to some multiple values in the thread, which is like that, as a you can say as a scheduler, or anyway you can write a one thread step class, thread class. Here you can implement that hash code, you call that method by using the hash map. So in that scenario, how do you synchronize, to that hash map globally, because of that is a variable as a global. You got my point, or can simplify to again?
yeah, I got your point. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to be telling that how to synchronize globally that hash map.
Mm-hmm.
That question. So as part my I know that we should to use that hash map dot synchronize, and if you want to work in multi-threading environment,
Mm-hmm.
then we have been go from executor framework over there.
Mm-hmm.
There we create thread pool, bunch of threads,
Mm-hmm.
and we start work. That much I
So
know.
in that scenario, can you use collections dot synchronize map? Just simply you pass the object of map, so it will be work for only one block, not hold the all things.
Globally part, no idea.
Okay. 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 No problem. Just I will move to another area. Uh, so, what is difference between vector and a list? Array list.
Vector array list. Okay. Vector is to be thread safe, but performance wise it will be very slow over there. Coming to the array list is a thread, not thread safe, but duplicates are it allowed, and coming to the retrieving it's very faster over.
Okay. So, I want to use linked list. So, which cases linked list is better? Which cases array list is better?
Yeah. So linked list is internally they are following something node memory over there. So if you go from the insertion and deletion part, it will be very faster. So array list is retrieving only very faster over there. So in linked list they will be having some other methods are derived like queue methods are derived something that I have been deriving.
Uh, you know about you have worked on multi-threading environment.
Maybe I have been work but not that much.
So, what is difference between checked and unchecked exception?
Check that. Checked exceptions whenever we are doing the compile time it will be getting caught over there like example like remote exception SQL exception like no such method exception class not found exception unchecked exceptions are it should be a runtime exceptions like arithmetic exception null pointer exception these
Okay.
are the here.
So, I have a one question to you regarding tree set. You know,
Yeah,
so tree set TS is equal to new tree set. Okay,
three set equal to
new tree set
okay
and TS dot add null null
okay,
null. Okay.
okay.
This is not a string, this is a null, only null, nul.
Okay.
ts dot abc as a string. I want to print out system out dot println ts. So what output you will get?
One, two, three.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Out, null not print.
Could you write in chat? I will understand clearly.
Suppose ts dot add nul, okay, and ts dot add abc. Suppose I am adding this and I want to print out system dot out dot println ts. This. You got my ts means tree set ts is equal to new tree set. Hello.
I think it should be print ABC. I think.
ABC.
Yeah.
After this interview, you will print. You will get the answer. It will give the null pointer.
Oh,
Okay. It will give null pointer exception because of null cannot be sorted by the actual object.
oh,
Actual object is ABC.
oh,
Null is a discarded object.
oh.
will give null pointer system.
Oh,
For your reference, but after this interview, you will put the same thing, you will get the answer.
oh,
I just moving in J2E part. So REST API is stateful or stateless?
REST
REST API is stateful or stateless?
stateless,
Why?
because it should be not going to saving anything in that server side or a URL side. It's not going to saving any kind of a data. So that's why it's stateless.
Okay. Uh, so suppose you want to make it REST API. Okay.
Okay.
So first, what process you will follow? Can you give the overview of that as a AMBC controller, how it is work?
Okay. Fine. So first, I should to be develop that REST API. I should to go from first. I should go from Spring Visualizer over there.
Mm-hmm.
You will be having a STS also, but I go from the Spring Visualizer.
Mm-hmm.
There I should choose that Maven over there, and then I will choose that to develop that Spring.web over there. Then I will take that JPA, and then I will take that MySQL driver over there.
Mm-hmm.
So once I will that import, once I will make that RAR file, then I will go from the Eclipse, IntelliJ, STS, whatever. There I will be import over there. So once it will be import, automatically the Spring Boot will understand, it will make that configuration. Again, I will go from the application dot properties, and database related. I did a configuration over like URL over there, password, URL, and then dialect I should be used over there. Once it will be done, then I start to create the entity class over there in the rate controller. In a controller, I will create that all kind of endpoints over there, like a post to put, to get, to delete, to patch, whatever. Then again, I will go from the service layer. In service layer, I will take interface over there. In interface, I will first I will create the packages over there, like controller package, service package, doc package, repository. Then service layer, I will create one at the rate service. I will create an interface. In interface, I will create methods. For those methods, I create another class and I implement over there. And if the rate, then I will go from the DAO. I will use that at the rate repository. There, I will be extend that Spring Data GPA. Once everything here entity class, I will define the like age, ID, name, employee, designation, whatever it will be. I will use getter setters, whatever. Then once it will be done, I will hit that Spring Boot server over there. If everything is fine, automatically Spring Boot server will run and it will be showed that 8080 default server. It's good. If it's not good, it's showing something error over there in that console. So once it will be done, I will go from that database schema over there and I will check that whatever the details I have been shared here. I will go from Postman and I will check those things.
So what is scope variable?
Huh?
How many type of scope variable in a Spring framework?
Scope variable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Singleton, prototype, global, season.
So how many types? In 4 or 5? What is it?
I think 6 or 7 are there, but I know that singleton one, global, prototype,
Mm-hmm.
season, and 2 or 3 are there, but I don't know.
Request,
Yeah, request also there.
session, global session, that's it only. Singleton, prototype, request,
Okay.
session, global session.
Okay.
So, what is difference between Spring MVC and Spring Boot?
Spring MD6 Spring Boot. Maybe traditional. Traditional, whenever that Spring has been developed over there, so that Spring is came to the picture. So in traditional way, we are working in GDBC. There will we have right so many queries or some. But I didn't work GDBC over there.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to the Spring over there, the Spring MVC they have been model view and controller. So they have been created GSP or something.
Mm.
So it Spring something again you have to whichever the class you're declaring in that Spring over there again you have to make that XML configuration over there. You tell to the Spring this object also initiate over there.
Mm-hmm.
So coming to the Spring Boot is like best example like if I want to buy two cloths I go from that shop and I will take that cloth over there again I will come in the tailor I am telling to him you take my uh, what, size over there, how much size my shirt and pant, everything. Again, he will be calculating and he will take it some days over there. But that's taking lots of time over there to make that configuration. Coming to the Spring Boot, you go shop, whichever the class, everything is ready-made available over there in your size.
Mm-hmm.
So just you have to do what you have to do, whichever the you like that shirt, whichever the you are liking most, whichever the color you like, just you pick up and wear. If it fits you, you will use it. That. So in Spring Boot, you don't want to worry about doing so many configuration. You have to focus on business logic. That's it. You create that packages and develop the start developing the sticky.
Okay. So here my question is like that. Suppose uh, Spring Boot application annotation. You know.
Yeah.
So what is role of this?
So internally in Spring Boot application, they'll be having three annotation. One is configuration, configuration, auto configuration, component scan over there.
Mm-hmm.
So this configurations whatever they so component auto configuration, whichever the class you have been adding, automatically it will make that classes all the configuration over there.
Mm-hmm.
Configuration, if you have declared any kind of a bean or any kind of a class over there, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to define in the inside of the configuration, then only Spring will adoption.
Okay.
This component scan is nothing to but like whenever the Spring Boot project you have been created, that one of the main packages created over there. In the packages, you create how many packages you have been created. That Spring Boot automatically understand. But instead of that package, if you create any kind of a package, the Spring Boot will be not understand. You have to make another again component scan and you have to define that package. Then Spring Boot will understand.
Okay. Okay. So now moving in database. Which database have you used?
MySQL.
MySQL. So you know about. Suppose I will tell you. You find out the second highest salary from employee table. Suppose 10 record is there, ID, name, and salary. So salary have 10 people, 10 record is there. So means I want to look through the query who is second highest salary, who is finding the highest salary. So what query you will write? Can you give me in chat? Not a problem.
So could you write me in chat? I will understand.
Sorry.
You should to be write in chat. I will understand. I will take.
No, no, no. This is simple question. Suppose you have employee table. Here have 10 employee record with
Okay.
salary. So I want to find out the second highest salary.
Okay.
This is simple question. That's why I'm not writing here.
Okay. Second highest salary.
Second highest salary.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you, yes. Okay, okay, great. So
Okay.
this is last question. You
Okay.
can write the program for sorting array list without using inbuilt function. Can you write program here?
Sorting array list without using.
Inbuilt function. Inbuilt function means just like a collection dot sort something. This kind of thing cannot be used.
Okay.
You got my point?
Yeah, yeah. So you don't want to use any inbuilt functions over there.
Yes, 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 yes. You just write simple code in your way, what you have thinking, but you don't use because of inbuilt you write. So just you write a collections dot sort here pass the array list. So this is
Okay.
not asking of the program concept. So you write your own concept.
Okay. Sure.
Sure, please write. Just fast then wind up this call because of here code part is mandatory.